Okay, guys, I know I'm late to the party, I know, but I just needed to give myself some time to digest the entire documentary. There was so much that happened in this documentary. Ooh, all I can say is this man is a menace. He is a danger to the community. Anyway, but what I really want to talk about is something that stood out to me in the documentary. So it's not just about what was said, it's also about who didn't speak. The first person that came to my mind that no one's really talking about is Farnsworth Bentley. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who Farnsworth is, he was one of Diddy's assistants. He was with Diddy for quite some time. In certain videos and certain, pictures, you can see him holding an umbrella, over Diddy's head, so he was definitely around him for quite some time and he seemed to be pretty close to him as well. Fun fact, I actually met Farnsworth Bentley years ago at my college. I believe he hosted a fashion show or something. I don't remember. But all I remember is him being so sweet and so kind, and he smelled amazing. I have no idea what he was wearing. I just remember that he smelled so freaking good. Another person that I would love to hear from is Kevin Liles. He is the former CEO of 300 Entertainment and has also been very, very close to Diddy for years. Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, I know they've been close to Diddy for quite some time, but I really thought it was very diabolical how Diddy ended up creating Missing You and had Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, sing on the hook. That is very diabolical. That is very sick. Anyway, those are my thoughts. The other members of Danity Kane, I would love to hear from them as well, just to hear their perspective about their experience. I know that Aubrey, obviously, she spoke out a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Dawn was trying to sue Diddy as well. So I definitely would love to hear from the other members of Danity Kane. But most recently, it seems like some people are starting to speak about their experiences with Diddy. For example, Jadakiss on the podcast Joe and Jada, he talks about his experience of being with Biggie the night that he passed away. So I do think that slowly but surely people are going to start speaking about their experience with him. Another thing that was so crazy to me that stood out was the fact that everyone thought that Suge Knight was the bully. They thought he was like the biggest, the baddest dude. And don't get me wrong, he is. But after watching this documentary, I don't think he has anything on Diddy. I think Diddy is the real menace. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's your girl Tina Blaze, and please remember to like, comment, and follow for more content like this.